Rune shimmered beneath the rising dawn, like a city caught in a dream, half magic, half memory. Floating lanterns dimmed as sunlight filtered through the ancient branches, and the golden mists of morning curled like breath around the city's wooden spires. In the quiet stillness before the others woke, Reyu strolled down the trail throughout the hazy morning mist. He knew every twist of this city, every knot in the bark of the great tree, every glowing rune embedded in the walkway, every whispering vine that listened more closely than it should. He'd grown up here, not just for his as a boy of Rune, but as part of it. The Runekeepers called him Verdant Keen, a child born with magic that pulsed in sync with the city itself. He could feel the roots stretching miles below, humming like deep song. He could sense when the branches above shuddered in warning, or when the enchantments of the city needed mending. But even among the magically gifted, Reyu had always felt set apart. Not unwanted, not unloved, just different. He could see magic before it happened. Not prophecy exactly, but something deeper, something in his blood. He stepped at the edge of the Moonwell, the sacred pool at the heart of Rune, and knelt beside it. Its waters reflected not just his face, but fragments of the past. He stared into it now, and the image that stared back was not his own. It was his father's. Tall, wry, with a warm smile and thick copper hair braided with runes, a man of stories, a traveler, a dreamer. His name was Joran Kalum, a name he never got to speak outside the sacred grove. Joran had arrived in Rune decades ago, injured by part and confused, fleeing a fire that no one had the full truth of. He never said where he'd come from, only that he was hunted, and that the world he left behind could never find him again. The Runekeepers gave him sanctuary. They took him in, let him heal, and watched as he built a life within the safety of the roots. He fell in love with a Runeborn, seer, and together they had a child, Reyu. But Joran had never stopped watching the sky. He always sensed something coming, something left undone. And then one day, he was gone. No goodbye, no trail, just vanished. Reyu had grown up with that hole in his chest, wondering where his father had gone and why. And then Sam arrived. The moment that Reyu saw Sam for the first time, it hadn't just been curiosity or excitement. It was something more primal, something ancient. It had felt like standing in front of a mirror that showed not reflection, but heritage. There was a vibration, subtle, but insistent, like the way a harp string hums when its twin is plucked. It wasn't just that Sam was powerful. It was that Sam felt familiar. "You're of my blood." Reyu hadn't said it then. He hadn't been sure Sam was ready. Honestly, he hadn't been ready. But now, watching Sam walk toward him across the Moonwell path, the staff of wormwood in hand, jaw tight with purpose, it was time. The truth was to be revealed. "Morning," Sam said, his voice still groggy. "You're up early." Reyu smirked. "Rune doesn't sleep. Neither do I, really. I just blink slowly until the next crisis." Sam laughed. "You always make it look so easy." Reyu went quiet. He stared into the pool. "Sam?" he said after a long pause. "Do you know much about your father?" Sam blinked. "No, I know his name was Darian Calum. My mom said he died before I was born. She never talked about him, just that he and her parents both died young, and she had never really understood why." Reyu nodded. "I think I can fill in some gaps." He turned, meeting Sam's eyes. "My father's name was Joran Calum. He was your father's brother." Sam froze. "What?" "They were both sons of Valen and Maria. When your grandparents were exiled into the human world, your father and mine were just children. They survived the Hollow's reach once, but it hunted them forever. After your grandparents died in the fire, the brothers were separated. Your dad stayed hidden in the human world. Mine found a crack between the realms. He stumbled into Rune and was taken in." Sam was pale, blinking rapidly. "You're saying..." "I'm your cousin," Reyu said gently. "By blood, by magic, by fate." Sam sat back, stunned. His fingers tightened on the staff. "I felt it," he said, "when we met. Like something pulling at me. I thought it was just the magic here." "It was," Reyu said. "But not just the magic of Rune. It was the echo of our bloodline, the Calum line. We were never meant to be scattered." Sam stared at the Moonwell. "Why didn't you tell me?" "I wasn't sure you were ready to carry another truth. But the Threadbreaker's path is clearer now, and you're not walking it alone." He grinned. "You've got family." Sam laughed softly, then looked up at him. "Thank the gods you're not the boring kind of cousin." Reyu gave a mock bow. "You're welcome." A silence settled between them, comfortable, sacred. Then Reyu stood, brushing his hands on his robes. "I've decided something," he said. "What's that?" "I'm not just helping you because it's destiny or prophecy. I'm helping you because this land needs you, and because you're mine, Sam, my family, my kin." He grinned. "And because there's no way I'm letting a hunter get first blood. I'd never hear the end of that." Sam's smile faded. "The hunter?" Reyu's eyes narrowed. "Yes, I've started to feel it too. Something old is moving, watching. Your thread is humming like bait on a hook." Sam tightened his grip on the staff. "Then let it come." Reyu clapped him on the shoulder. "Now that's the Calum in you talking. The loyalty and courage of our ancestors flows through you."